Welcome back to the Manifestation series here on EdTV. So far, we've explored the principles of mentalism, correspondence, and vibration. Today, we're diving into the fourth Hermetic principle, the principle of polarity. This principle teaches us everything is dual. Everything has poles. It's the key to transforming challenges into opportunities and understanding the hidden power in opposites. Let's break it down. So what exactly is the principle of polarity? Well, the principle of polarity states that everything in the universe has its pair of opposites. Light and dark, love and hate, success and failure, they're all part of the same spectrum. What's important is recognizing that these opposites aren't separate. They're just different degrees of the same thing. Darkness is just the absence of light, and cold is simply less heat. This truth is beautifully reflected in the Bible. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8 reminds us to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Life's ups and downs are part of a divine balance, and in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, we're told all things work together for good to those who love God. Even challenges carry the seeds of growth and transformation. So how does polarity affect manifestation? Manifestation isn't just about attracting what you want. It's about understanding and transforming the energy around you. The principle of polarity teaches us that you can shift your perspective and change your reality. Hate can transform into love, fear can evolve into faith, and failure can lead to success. Neville Goddard often said, "You are not your circumstances, you are your imagination." By focusing on the opposite end of the spectrum, you can rise above any challenge. Think of life like a dimmer switch. You may be in a dark moment, but with each intentional thought and action, you can turn up the light. Polarity reminds us that no matter where you are, you're always connected to your desired state. It's just a matter of degrees. Isaiah chapter 61 verse 3 speaks of giving beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning. This is polarity in action, turning what feels broken into something beautiful. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, reminds us that in weakness, God's strength is revealed. What feels like opposition is often preparation for a greater blessing. So, how do you apply the principle of polarity? Acknowledge where you are. Accept your current situation without judgment. You can't change what you won't face. Shift your focus. Identify the opposite of your current state. If you feel lack, focus on abundance. If you feel fear, visualize courage. Reframe challenges. See difficulties as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what is this situation teaching me? Affirm the positive. Use affirmations to anchor yourself in the higher vibration of the polarity you want to embody. Take a moment now to reflect. What area of your life feels stuck in opposition? Write it down, and next to it, write the opposite outcome you desire. For example, if you feel overwhelmed, write peace. Let this practice remind you that opposites are two sides of the same coin. Neville Goddard taught that imagination is the power to see a thing as finished. Polarity reminds us that even in struggle, the opposite, success, is already within reach. When you imagine yourself as the person you desire to be, you shift the polarity and draw that reality closer. The principle of polarity teaches us that opposites are not enemies, they're allies in disguise. By embracing life's contrasts and shifting your focus, you can transform even the darkest moments into light. Join me next time for part 5, where we'll explore the principle of rhythm and how life's natural cycles guide us to greater manifestation. Until then, remember, No matter where you are, the supposite is always within reach.
Hey, how's it going, Miss Karen?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I'm a bag over there,
Okay.
so don't hold the line up.
All right. See you later.
Hey, thank you now.
You're welcome.
How you doing, my man? Hey, man, I'm staying in the fight, dog. Can't complain.
Is that okay with
What happened? Oh, big bag meaty. I wonder when they're gonna get the gray bag, the dark gray bags back. I like those better.
you? I don't know.
I think these were probably the cheaper ones, if you know what I mean. you're fine, ma'am. Oh, you too. Have an awesome day.
Secured the border, but he had to do it with one hand tied behind his back because people like my opponent.
So she's like, he's opened the border. He says she's never been to the border. She's been to Mar-a-Lago more than she's been to the border.
Yeah, was the border really secure when Trump was in office too? I'm not trying to say that it is now, but I don't think it went from not secure to secure for 4 years to wide open spaces again.
That's one thing that's always bothered me is when people say the Biden open border policy. That if it's an open border policy, why are we paying CBP anything, right? Because it's not an open border policy. But I will say this, that Trump didn't get much of his wall built. Got a small portion, replaced some other stuff, but generally speaking, did not get much of the wall built.
Didn't get Mexico to pay for it.
However, you're right about that. However,
Does that work for Biden, or do people say, look
That would make